Hello, my name is Davina, and I made my own cloud server. When brainstorming an idea for this class project, I decided that I wanted to do something that would primarily use hardware that I already own. The only extra hardware I had laying around were old laptops that I had tucked away in the closet, and some extra flash drives. This led to the idea of trying to turn one of my old laptops into my own personal cloud server. The main benefits of using a cloud server in general are accessibility and reliability. The benefits of having my own personal cloud server are user control, and reduced costs. After doing the research, I decided that this would be the process that I would follow. The plan was to install Ubuntu Server OS, and ensure the following parameters when setting the server up. I ran into my most time-consuming problem at this point. I was unable to install or ping anything, which led me to believe that there was some sort of IP configuration issue. I spent the majority of one day trying every potential combination of parameters for setting up the static IP address, with no success. So I decided to try setting up the server with a dynamic IP address instead. Sure enough, everything then worked without a hitch, and my error became obvious. Essentially, I was using the complete wrong IP information as a basis for my local network's range. The laptop that I looked up the IP protocol configuration information on does not have an Ethernet port, and the screenshots below show the two different range options I had to choose from. I had been using the option that had the word Ethernet in the header since my server is connected to my network via Ethernet. Using the dynamic IP setup revealed that I should have been using the information from the other option all along, which seems pretty obvious looking back on it now. So after that process, I was able to install Nextcloud without a hitch, and access my server from my local network. The next step was to make my server accessible via the internet. First, I used a free service called DuckDNS to create a domain name for my server. I just followed the process that they provide on their site. Next up was setting up port forwarding on my router. I ran into some trouble at this step because I could not figure out how to access my router's configuration page. I ended up asking my fiance's dad if he knew, and he told me that the only way to access our router was through the phone app. He gave me his phone since it already has the app, and I was able to easily set up the port forwarding information. The last step in this part was to use this command to add trusted domains, in order to prevent Nextcloud from blocking us. Finally, my cloud server can be accessed remotely. One last thing that I did was extend the amount of usable space on my server. I ran these two lines to resize the logical volume, then extend the file system, and as you can see, my available space increased tremendously. For my demonstration, I had to make a video ahead of time because CSUF blocks my cloud for security reasons, and I will now play that video. Hello, this will be a walkthrough of my personal cloud server. This is the login page. I am logging into my admin account. And here is my dashboard. There are a lot of things we can add here, but more importantly, let's go to my files. To demonstrate that my cloud server is working properly, I will upload a file from a host on one network, and access it via a host on a different network. To start off, this video on the left is my laptop connected to my home network via Wi-Fi, and the video on the right is my phone connected to my provider's network via LTE. Completely separate networks. On the right, you can see that I am taking this picture of Ghost, my cat, from my phone, and I will upload it to my server, which is hosted on my home network. Success. Now, looking to the left, you can see that before I refresh the page there are only 20 files in this folder. After refreshing the page, you can see that there are now 21 files in this location, and file is readily available on my laptop. Also, just for fun, Here is a picture my dad sent me of him accessing my cloud from his home network in Arizona. That will be all for this demonstration. Ghost and I would like to thank you for watching. Some ideas for the future of my server include making it a secure site, so I don't run into accessibility issues at school. Making it so my server does not power off once the laptop cover is shut, which would be nice in order to use up less of the space on my desk. Finally, I would like to add some more storage space. That will be all for this presentation, and thank you for watching.